What?
Your Twitchers are flying with your beam, isn't it?
I know. I know my Beam and my YouTube is not.
Never mind. I'm retarded.
Oh. Yo, God damn it! Y'all didn't talk.
No, it wasn't for the longest time.
I know. That's what. It's all right. It's okay. You know what? Fuck it. We might as well go along.
What if you were doing the entire intro? We just go through it and we're slow, by the way, bro.
I mean, I was kind of waiting for him to appear because I got Twitch and Beam and YouTube. All YouTube and Beam was going, but Twitch was like, "Fuck you, man." Oh god. Well.
You have to reset your stream.
No, it's okay. We don't have to restart. I'll just.
We don't have to restart. It's too late.
No, we're already on.
That's value.
It's committed. It's on 2 out of 3. Like you don't leave with them.
Oh, I see why. I'm dropping frames like a boss right now. Oh god. I need to like close Steam.
Close Steam. See if something's downloading on there. Check it fades.
Alrighty. I restarted it and it looks like the frames are good now. So I probably should not be putting this at 720, but fuck it.
I guess you could always download and rip, you know, the audio.
I don't know why YouTube is like fucking. YouTube got me at 720 60 FPS for no reason. I'm like, I'm not even streaming enough. All right, it looks like it's good. You guys already talked, so they already know you're here. It's okay though.
Okay.
It's okay.
Can we introduce ourselves?
Okay, wait. Let me go ahead and do the introduction. Everything looks pretty good. All right. All right.
You're treating us good. Welcome
to the Half-Azz Gamer Livecast. I am your host, Rebel Havoc, and I would like to introduce today's guest, my official channel artist at the moment. He is the man with the plan. He's got the rivals for survivals. Turtle Maw. Say hello. Turtle.
Hi.
Okay. And also, I got my good streamer counterpart, I would say. I guess he's like a brother from another mother, if I had to say so myself. A brother from another mother. My good streaming friend, British.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, awesome. And welcome once again. Welcome to those out there in the streamer land out there, especially out there in Twitch, Beam, and YouTube specifically. Welcome all you guys there. Let me just give you some rundowns of how this goes. If you're new to the Half-Azz Gamer Livecast, first rule is feel free to join in on the discussion, because this show is all about discussion of video game related content. It's up towards the end, then we talk about whatever, but most of this game livecast here is video game related. I'm looking at chat. You know, I'm always willing to get you guys in here on the livecast. You know, get you guys interacting and chatting and shit and all that crap. And also, I would like to let you guys know that we're not professionals. We're just here and kind of just chatting it up because people like to talk about games. I like to talk about games. These guys, British and Turtle Maw, they like to talk about games. They wouldn't be here if they didn't. Oh man. Well, Turtle is more professional than I am. So, I mean, he did do my art. So, actually, what you're looking at right now, the Rebel Responsibly, and my Twitter handle right there, he has done all of that. So I'm very.
I didn't do the avatar.
Well, he didn't do the avatar. All right, somebody else did that one. But about 90% of that picture you're looking at is all him.
thought you had that Avatar for a while.
Actually, that's a newer one. The other one looked at like trash compared to that one. But
I thought it had changed, but I was like, I'm probably wrong because I'm terrible at paying attention to things, so I was just never gonna say anything about it.
yeah, my question is more about the human body. Yeah, you can. There's a section at the end of the podcast where anything goes, so it's not gaming related or anything. So you most definitely, if you don't want to talk about games, you want to talk about something else, or you want to talk about like movies or whatever. There's a part for everything. There is a part for everything. But also, if you guys have any suggestions, how we can change or how I can change this show and make it better for everyone, please do contact me at that Twitter handle. It's probably your best bet. Don't send me a message on Twitter because I don't check it. All right, I don't check my Twitch inbox ever.
The system absolutely just is horrible.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I never get.
Oh,
I still spam from Rathine from like 4 weeks ago, just sitting there.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage. But so gentlemen, let's go ahead and move in to our gaming topics for this week. Starting off with our main man here, Turtle Maw, mobile gaming and its impact on the industry. Please, open the remarks, sir.
Well, Rebel, it sucks because the issue with gaming and mobile gaming is that it's not really that good, right? And the main issue, which I found, I have like feedback. Give me a second. Okay. The main issue which I have, which I find, at least with it, is not only does it suck, but the fact that everything basically is pay to win. And when it comes pay to win, right, that sucks too. The main issue is most like children nowadays actually have, from what I understand, smartphones. Every single one of them have smartphones, right?
Yeah.
Right, Rebel? Is that correct?
Yeah,
right.
I am correct. Well, I mean, there's Vitas and 3DSs too, but still though,
Yeah,
they still.
But still, I mean, if you're gonna get a child anything, you know what the like average mother wants is to call their child, right? So they'll automatically get them a phone, and the child's most likely gonna complain, right? Because Western privilege, right? And they're probably gonna get a smartphone, and they're gonna just download games, and those games are probably gonna be like, oh, you can spend a day doing like this, like farming, or you can just buy it instantly. And most people, I mean, I don't buy it, I never did, but some kids probably think that's the way games are meant to be. And that's the main issue which I can see, is just that they expect, at this point, games to just be entirely just pay to win.
I feel you.
Sucks. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it, pretty much. That's all the topic really holds, but that, and TSM, basically one of the biggest Western teams in League of Legends. Basically one of the biggest gaming teams in general. They recently picked up a Vainglory team. And if you know what Vainglory is, it's a mobile MOBA.
Really?
It's a mobile MOBA, yeah. It's fucking awful, but, they can do that. It's awful. Like, they even have a video of it. I'm going to link the video, actually.
Well, yes, please do. If you want to, link it in our Discord, and you can also link it for our viewers, too. But I definitely...
I'm going to find it on YouTube.
Definitely feel you for it.
By the way, I don't know that it's teaching kids that it's pay to win though.
I mean, not necessarily, but at the same time, it's like it's the same like aspect that you remember when Minecraft came out as alpha, right? And everyone bought it anyway because it was an amazing game. And at this point, everyone really like everything that basically comes out is sold in alpha now. And I'd say like the first like real like successful reason for that was Minecraft because it worked, and it's because Minecraft was great. But now people can just sell games which aren't finished as well, which is just horrible. But yeah, it doesn't at all teach them that pay to win is like the way to go, but it does teach them that it's an option, and it should be expected in like every game they ever play. And at this point, especially on like the online games, it kind of is. Everything's like not pay to win exactly, but pay for like convenience, which you're going to talk about a little bit later.
Well,
I still don't see that that's the case because I know kids who have smartphones. I know kids who play those games, they don't. Most of them don't expect to jump on to any other gaming platform they have and have the same experience. None of them I know do.
No, but it gives them the option, you know. And that's the main issue, and as soon as it becomes acceptable, and it kind of already is acceptable at this point, and that's the problem. That like the main thing that I'm referring to, and for the industry, it's a bad thing. You know, I'm not saying necessarily it's like 100% the case, but it is the case in some cases. You know what I mean?
Well, what I have to say is, what I have to say for this, let me just say a little something. I understand where Turtle Mom is coming from because I grew up in a totally different generation of mobile gaming. I grew up with the Game Boy and, well, the Game Gear age of mobile gaming, and that was as far as I thought was mobile gaming was. It wasn't until like the smartphones and the iPhones, because iPhones is their own section of mobile phones, when I started to notice how much of an impact it is having on the gaming industry. Yes, the kids are actually considering these devices. I mean, they are valid gaming devices, but they're not like what we or what I grew up on, like, which is like the old school Game Boy, the Game Gear. I can't really think of anything else other than Game Boy and Game Gear, if there was anything else. I think Neo Geo had like a mobile device. I remember there was some shitty mobile phone kind of Game Gear thing, but those games on those particular devices, especially like mobile phones, are built to kind of build a sort of addiction to keep you coming back or to keep you putting money into it. And though they are very successful at doing those things, I feel like those games do not reflect kindly upon the industry. So I agree with you, Turtle. I see what you're saying. It's not a real. Those are not real games to me, particularly. They're not considered like, a Fallout 4 or Final Fantasy 7 or a Counter-Strike. Those games have heart and soul put into them. Well, maybe not Fallout 4, but
but like Counter-Strike isn't paid to win.
They're not paid to win. They're not encouraging you to spend more money, even though Counter-Strike kind of is, but it's not really though. It's not as bad as like.
Counter-Strike's not paid to win. Counter-Strike's the same as Path of Exile, where you're paying for aesthetics. You're not paying.
Yeah.
You can't buy an item and all of a sudden you're gonna aim above a person with superior skill. I mean, I personally can't stand Counter-Strike. I don't play it. I don't get into the competitive gaming stuff at all. I won't touch Counter-Strike. I won't touch League. I won't touch any of them. But I do have a lot of respect for Counter-Strike above even stuff like Call of Duty, because you buy the game and you have all of the important content.
True.
And unlike, say, Call of Duty, where you buy Call of Duty and you're going to spend just as much getting the rest of the game by the time the DLC is done, if not more.
True.
But yeah, you better. Yeah, of course, okay. But yeah, you're just buying a skin. Somebody could be out there with the most basic equipment and kick the shit out of you, hands down, if you don't know what you're doing.
That should apply for most games though. But there's like, onto like the next topic, I guess, because mobile gaming there's not really much to talk about because there's not really good games.
I just wanted to point out one difference in opinion on that, which is I don't think it's conditioning the children to expect pay to win as much as it's conditioning them to think that it's acceptable.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. They think it's acceptable.
Okay, I thought you were saying that they would expect that and then say
no.
When they actually work for it.
I actually don't know of a child which plays a game and pays for it, but I'm just saying, as far as they're concerned, they're growing up into the world, right? They get a phone, and the first thing they see, at least as far as mobile gaming goes, is, oh, you can just go buy points in this game. Or like, Clash of Clans, I can just buy. You're basically paying for convenience, which is the next topic after this, but it's just... as far as they're growing up and they're going, oh, this is the thing, and it's just like, no, it's not a thing. It shouldn't be a thing, but it is a thing. Because the game's supposedly free, just like some games are. It's Final Fantasy coming out now, and it's like, it's free, and then there's like a fucking huge DLC or some shit which you have to buy or something. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, so I wouldn't know. Maybe I'm entirely wrong, but it's making it, as far as that, like it's the norm for them now.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Yeah, I
It's
understand.
not so much that it exists, which is, I mean, it is a problem, but
Yeah.
that it exists is just like, because the next generation after us or after me, for example, because you guys are old as fuck, like it's gonna be just horrible for them because they're gonna grow up and go, oh, this is expected, we can do this, and then it's gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the ones creating the next games, and they think they can just make games which you can just buy like convenience in. It's like, oh, I have a job, I can't do convenient stuff. Doesn't mean you have to cheat for it. Back in the day, in World of Warcraft, if you didn't have time to like do all the stuff in World of Warcraft, people used to buy bots to do that shit. That's cheating. And so should like fucking buying like what you need. Like now in WoW, you can buy a level 100, but which I disagree with because it's one of those things which it's like you missed out on all the content. You bought the expansion, you get a free level 100, so you can level up for the next expansion. It doesn't necessarily. It's not necessarily paid to. It's pay for convenience.
Yeah, which is pretty much just the next topic. But I want to read a comment that Saber Gear in the Twitch chat has said. He said, the problem I have is that it seems that nowadays that you have to pay for gaming content that should be included in the base game, but you have to buy the experience of the full game, which I would kind of see where he's coming from because a lot of content today, which are kind of being chopped out, actually do sort of kind of reflect of mobile gaming, because mobile gaming, like what's that game with they always get like the hot chicks to promote, I can't think of it. Clash of Clans? Was it Clash of Clans? I don't think it's Clash of Clans.
It's entirely pay to win.
Yeah.
If you started now, you have no chance.
Yeah. If you're trying to further yourself within that game, you do have to pay to get ahead. And even with Sable Gear, to relate to Sable Gear, some of these games, if you want to play like on the new maps, like in Call of Duty, which I think is silly that they're doing it because Halo 5 is not doing that anymore. But anyway, you have to pay in order to kind of stay in competition. If you're like a professional Call of Duty, you have to pay in order to keep up with the Joneses, as Mama Havoc would say. But definitely agree. Was you gonna say something, British?
Yes, actually, there was a game I was hyped for, so excited about, from the moment they announced the development, that was completely ruined by that idea. That I didn't even purchase the game. I have refused to touch it, which was Star Wars Battlefront. I loved playing the original Battlefront games. I had them on PC. They were amazing. The multi, getting a match, it was crazy. It was fun. I loved it. I thought, hey, they're finally, for once, they're doing a remake of a game I'd actually enjoy being remade. And then they announced the DLC. The fact that the base game would be on sale for $60 and the DLC to get the most content out of the game. In fact, there's more content in the DLC than there is in the base game. That it would be up to $140. Therefore, making the DLC content the majority of $50.
Yeah, I feel you. And I will agree. I think there's one point we all can agree on here is that the way mobile gaming is reflected today is kind of is a reflection of how gaming is in general. Is that content is being cut out and paying to get ahead is in, and us, you, me, Turtle, and everybody else here, we're not used to. We know that games used to come full package. That's what games used to do.
There was no bugs with games. I mean, that's because that's another it's kind of the cancer of digital copies, as well. Because that's the thing which I think you're going to talk about later, correct? I believe, is that something?
Say it again.
Digital copies opposed to physical copies. But back in the day, physical copies were the only thing you had. There's a lot of glitches in Ocarina of Time, for example, which people abuse to finish the game in 24 minutes or something. Is that the current record or something? But back in the day, they tested the living shit out of their game, because if it was fuck up, they couldn't just patch it. And that was amazing because they didn't just hit it. Nowadays they just throw anything out and then just patch it later, and that just ruins every experience we have.
True.
Did you just ask her if she can hear me when I wasn't talking?
Yeah, I was just saying. They said you was low, so I turned you up a bit. All right. All right, I don't know if they can still hear you. They didn't say, "Oh, I can hear you now." All right, but anyway, moving on. Is there anything else that we wish to have to say on this topic?
I guess we can just transition to the next one, which is pay to win. But I think we've already kind of covered that as well.
Yeah, we kind of covered pay to win.
There is one more thing to cover on the mobile thing, which is people don't buy mobile phones as a. I hate to say this, I'm almost somewhat understandable with the way they do mobile gaming. Not the one, not what we were talking about Call of Duty and those I 100% piss me off. Mobile gaming, on the other hand, is casual time wasters. That's what they are made as. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to take it as more than what they are made as, then you can pay to get serious about it. But it's otherwise, you can play those games and you don't have to be the best. They are still made to waste time. They're still made to fit in your pocket and keep you from being bored during whatever time you're sitting in a passenger seat of a bus or something, bored out of your wits.
Right, that's correct. I agree with that. But there's also like the more serious games.
There are, but they're giving them to you for free at a cost of creating them. Now, the real line that needs to be walked is to make a game functional for free while still having the pay-to-win aspect if they want to do that. And some games have found that line, though it's hard to do, to let casual gamers gain a foothold in the game, while the more serious mobile gamers, not serious gamers in my opinion, but serious that high, can skip the reins and the company can actually make money off what they're making.
Yeah, you're right. But
yeah.
As like the topic was brought up, it's not necessarily its impact on like the games themselves or the people playing them. Well, no, actually, it's entirely what I mean. But like, I'm not talking about the games in particular or who would play them. It's more so like the way it's conditioned and people of a younger generation to expect from like the real games. Obviously, it is a time waster, you know. But there are like more serious games like Vainglory, for example, which is sadly being picked up by professional teams and shit like that.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, like TSM picked up a Vainglory team, and Vainglory is like a mobile MOBA game. It's like they have like jerseys and shit, you know? I mean, it's fucking
kidding me?
I linked it. Check Rebel's chat. I linked it a little bit, like 222.
I wanted to make sure that the audio didn't come back through on my mic. That's why I didn't pick it up.
Yeah. I feel you, Turtle. Today's gamers growing up, I feel like they're going to be putting more money into games, and mobile games do reflect that. You have to put more money in order to get ahead, and it is a sad state. But hopefully, in the future, game developers will learn how to take money out of our pockets and provide us more entertainment. Is there anything else you guys want to say about this topic? I mean, it's going to happen one day.
Pay to win in general is the same as pay. I mean, pay to convenience isn't as bad, but it's still pay to win in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because as long as you're ahead, you're winning. Like, like if it's like, it depends on how convenient it is. Like if you spend if you can get the exact same amount as someone which is paying, then sure, whatever, you know, go for it, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But if there's like no cap on it, and like there's people which like, it's like, oh, you can even work for like, you know, 4 days getting the same thing some guy can get by like spending like $2, then that needs to stop, because it's pay to win. Like there's no other word for it. Pay to convenience and pay to win are the exact same thing, in my opinion. Like there's no difference between them, because it's still all the same. Because either way, you're getting ahead, and getting ahead is cheating. If that would be considered steroids, right?
Yeah.
Any like athletic sport, it would be considered steroids in that way. So it's cheating. Either way, it's cheating, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. True that. If there was nothing else to say, I think we should move on to the next topic here.
I need to stop watching that video you posted, or I'm gonna...
Say what?
I need to stop watching that video you put in chat, or I'm gonna put...
No, it wasn't even an April Fool's joke or anything. Like that's the worst part. It was released in March. Like,
oh wow! Wow, really?
It was when the thought went through my head that I'm looking at how pale all teenage boys are that are part of this. It's a mobile game. Go play outside, you piece of shit. Like, why do you look like you're dying?
Yeah. Oh damn. Oh
I
damn.
just can't believe they gave the fuckers jerseys. To be honest, it says TSM and everything. Like they have sponsors and shit, and it's so bad because it's like, have you ever watched a mobile streamer? Like they don't even look at their screen or the camera; they just look down because they're looking at their fucking iPads, and it's just, yeah, they just look uncomfortable.
Damn.
It's really awkward. Yeah, it's fucked up. But what can we
All
do,
right.
man? I mean, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should play mobile games.
Turtle, you would be too
There's
pro
like,
for
there's
them.
an untapped market for on
You-
Twitch actually.
You'll be too pro for them,
I
man.
can just download BlueStacks. I'm not sure if is that illegal to stream BlueStacks games.
I don't
Is that a
think
thing?
so. Man, they stream poker
Blue-
on fucking Twitch,
Blue-
man. What do you think is
Yeah,
illegal?
but I mean, people stream games and stuff, but they have it like connected to an iPad. I'm saying, can I use like an Android emulator on my PC and do the same thing?
I could do it on my Xbox One if I want to stream mobile games. I just totally forgot about that. I could do that. Well, Xbox One got like wireless display.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that. But anyway, moving on to our next topic. I'm quite excited to talk about this one because I feel like I'm very, very passionate about this topic. You know, when it comes to asses, you know what I'm saying? Butts or no butts, all right. Blizzard removal of Overwatch butt pose for Tracer. So this is my topic, and let me get you guys the rundown of what particularly happened. If you haven't been looking on Reddit or anywhere big gaming news sites, you don't know what's going on with the Overwatch butt pose for Tracer. Let me inform you. So Overwatch is the newest game that's beta tested. It's a hero shooter or class-based shooter, as I would like to call them, for Blizzard here. And there is a particular character that goes by the name of Tracer. She wears some very tight pants. All right, some very tight. Like the pants are just practically drew on her. All right. So Tracer has this victory pose where she kind of turns around and like looks over her shoulder like a badass that she is, because she is a badass. But apparently, though, according to Blizzard, this pose that they put in themselves, of all things, is a little bit too sexy for our underage gamers, because the game.
So what you're saying is the CEO was like showing this game to people, and he actually got an erection during like one of the previews, I guess, or whatever they were showing at like
Is that
BlizzCon.
not
or
normal?
something.
No.
But maybe.
I wish it was that way, but no. There's more to the story, though. There is more to the story. So apparently, yeah. Apparently, the reason they're removing it though is not because somebody in Blizzard was like, "Oh, it's too hot." No, they're removing it, and you know, as much as they don't want to admit it, this is practically what they're saying. All right. So a particular, I don't know if this guy played the game or not, but he had an 8-year-old daughter. Right, he has an 8-year-old daughter, and she plays Overwatch, which is rated for teens. She plays Overwatch, and he happened to see her play and win a game, and Tracer do the pose, right? And he was like,
She
"Oh
was
no!"
proud of her. Look, she won a game. She was one of like, the top players, clearly. So that's what you need to do. She needs to fucking clap for one. She doesn't need like, oh fuck. That's just unconventional. She won a game.
Yeah.
It's what probably would be teenagers, right?
But after he saw the pose, he wrote a message on the message boards for Overwatch. The creative director of Blizzard saw the message, and he was like, "Yeah, we should remove it." I was like,
What'd she do now?
very shocked that they would even think about removing this pose. Well, first of all,
She hasn't even got an arse anyway.
the reason the dad, because this was a dude, not a chick. This was a dude. All right, I don't know if that really matters, but I think that's kind of weird. But this was he said his daughter, he didn't want his daughter to think Tracer in a sexual type of form. That pose supposedly presented Tracer in a sexual type of proposal or situation. I don't know how the fuck you say it. Yeah.
Fucking love Google.
Yeah, and that, but based on the personality of Tracer, that she is not supposed to be doing those kind of things. If you guys want to know what the pose is, I would actually look link in the chat here. Oh, yeah. I think Turtle linked it already. So my problem is, first of all right, I'm gonna just do my little rundown. First of all, the girl shouldn't be playing in that game in the first place. It's T rated for teen. All right, people running around with guns and shoot people. There's a guy with a scythe with the name Death in his name and goes around screaming die, die, die. All right. All right. So the girl shouldn't even be playing in the first place. Irresponsible parenting, as I would say. All right. The second thing is there are other fucking poses that you can choose for her to do. You know, I would just be like, yeah, you don't use that pose. All right. Don't let Blizzard do my parenting if I had kids. All right. And the third thing I want to say is I hate it when developers take away choice. That everyone has the choice of choosing. I don't know if that makes any sense. That is a big no-no in my book. And I would agree with them if this was the only pose for Tracer, and if people could not choose any other pose. No, there's fucking other poses that the little girl could play.
Your chat is actually saying something which makes in complete sense. Tracer doesn't really have like a butt in general, right? She's got a white girl butt, right? Whereas if you look at like Widowmaker, right? She looks like she's wearing
a slut. What?
She looks like
she's wearing a slut.
I don't even know what to call that. That's not. She's wearing like skin tight, like whatever the fuck, and that's more like, you know, that's fucked up. But like that's fine, you know, that's fine. Still, it's games, you know. But still, like to like take away Tracer and not Widowmaker is just crazy.
No. They're not taking her away. They're not taking Tracer away.
Pose, yeah.
They're just taking away her pose.
Widowmaker's butt though, like she has like the most magnificent butt. It's weird. It's weird that they would like take away Tracer's like pose, and not even like they should like censor like Widowmaker's butt in that like regard. You know what I mean? Like it's fucked. It's entirely fucked up.
I mean, I understand you and I feel you. I'm just like, why does Blizzard have to do your parenting for you? I don't understand. Tell the little girl to pick another pose. I mean, that's all you have to do.
The same bullshit that happened with the Deadpool movie.
Okay, go ahead.
Deadpool PG-13 because I don't want to fucking be a parent and manage what my kid sees and what I expect of them. I want you to do my parenting for me. How about you grow the fuck up? You had a kid, man the fuck up and be a parent. Don't ask the world to cave to your sensibility.
Can I just point out that it's probably like an American that like saw this and made it like.
Why you gotta be American? Why you gotta be?
Because Americans just like they're so sensitive to like everything.
You need to look up stuff that's been going on in the universities in London before you blame that shit on America.
What happened in London? I live in London. I don't even know what happened. What happened?
What?
Dear God, you had the kill all white men lady. You never heard about that?
Oh no, we don't care.
But we as general as Americans don't care either. We just have that small subsection who yells the loudest. While the rest of us
happened in America,
be
you'd
quiet
have
and
like
watch the show.
If that happened in America, you'd have like a fat white lady with a sign, like just outside there, probably
We
screaming.
have fat white ladies everywhere. That's America.
Yeah, America. I'm just saying, like the guy that complained about it was just like, I don't even know. He definitely wasn't from the EU because we're not offended by butts, you know. We may be offended by like some like you know more like serious topics, but when it comes to butts, we're pretty on point, you know. We know that they're just butts.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I understand, man. I'm pretty sure you guys agree it's bullshit. I mean, it is pretty much bullshit.
Actually, the biggest thing about it that pissed me off was how quickly Blizzard caved. If you look at the amount of time between the flame post start and them retracting, there wasn't a fight about it at all. It was just immediate white flag, fuck it, we're done. like no fucks given. Like, fuck it, you know what, I don't even feel like putting up with these bastards anymore. Just fucking take down the pose, burn the game, I'm going home to drink. Like, that is what I feel like what happened with Blizzard. And for fuck's sake, if you are a content creator of any type, if you're creating graphics, if you're painting pictures, if you're Turtle Mall making fucking graphics for Rebel, I don't care. If you are creating, then create what you need to fucking create. Like, stand by your creation. Like, at least fight for it.
True, and I was definitely take up an agreement of that because a lot of, especially with this kind of thing, these kind of how you say butt tossed and get tossed toward Japanese developers who are known to be over sexualizing the women, and they have to like edit their content when they have to bring it over to the Western market, except for the UK, because they don't give a fuck. Yeah. So, but still, though, I mean, really, my real, I mean, it's like there's different poses. The little girl, I understand she like Tracer. I don't really have nothing against the little girl, really. You know, she can play Overwatch, whatever. I just have a problem with the parent.
She managed to like do well in the game, to be fair.
Say what?
Well, to get the victory pose, you need to be like one of the best like players in that game, right?
Yeah.
You need to be like, you know, like on like doing like work. So if anything, like she should be like rewarded. You know, because it's not really easy to win a game of Overwatch. It kind of is because it's casual. But you know what I mean? You need to try a little bit.
Yeah, definitely will agree. I just couldn't really believe it though. I really just believe. Gray, I want to read a comment from the chat from a grade cell. It's the sign you have no argument when you use the think of the children defense, and I will agree. When you have to think of the children when the game is rated for teen, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of horny ass teens out there will understand Tracer's butt pose. But he also said that the problem then is when you giving more to people, then they're going to want more because you already gave in. And I feel like Blizzard now has opened themselves up to even more of these type of comments and criticism, and they're going to have to give it more because they already gave it in once. You know, once you give in once, that is it. You know, once you give up your creative stance, you know, just fuck it, everything, you know? Well, at least that's how I feel personally, you know?
I think the reason Blizzard caved is because in America, it's like, you get sued for that shit, you know? Like, you basically get sued for that. Even though it's like they probably wouldn't have won any case if he, like, tried to say, like, Blizzard's trying to, like, sexify my daughter in some way by using Tracer's butt poses. You know? Like, that's something that you'd only see in a court in America, I think, because you guys get sued for like anything over there. I'm pretty sure.
Hell yeah, man! Land of free, land of free. Also, the land to sue you for any goddamn thing. But yeah, it's,
I don't think it would have
crazy.
won anyway because it was like a teen-rated game. So.
Yeah.
You bought butt poses.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but to think was like, well, like the very first thing when I read that was like, well, there's other poses you can pick from. Like, clearly, tell her not to pick that one. Like, your whole, and you don't have to go to god dang Blizzard website, create a username, and make a message post on the message board in order to fix this problem. Blizzard does not have to fix this guy's problem.
Yeah.
All right, he has.
You bring up a valid point. The type of person who makes this complaint. Do you think that parent already had an account on Blizzard? Think about that. They took time of their day to figure out, to find the website, to find the right forum, to create a username, to get told their password was not good enough 8 times to be all do on all these fucking sites. To tell me that your username was already taken and now you're on your 7th one to finally get one to fucking go through. Confirm an email to write this bitchy ass statement. Who was watching your fucking kid while you did that? Why do you have this fucking time?
The guy has no life.
The kid's fucking starving, but Blizzard got what's coming to him. Fuck's sake, you piece of shit.
You know what's fucking sad is the fact that we're actually talking about this topic for 20 minutes. It's a fucking irrelevant fucking thing.
It really is. But you know what? It blew up so big though. But it does reflect though.
Talking about asses, like this could go for hours.
It's 3 a.m. bro. Like, we're fucking talking about
I mean, but it blew up. But it's still though. It's still, you know, it does reflect on the gaming industry. You're like, oh no, Blizzard, they changed the butt pose. What about other developers? You know, are they going to be doing the same thing? You know, is it not cool to be an adult in gaming? Is it okay not to have chicks to have butt poses? Which I mean, I understand the over sexualization of women, but hey, man, if the game creator wants to make hot chicks, let the goddamn game creator make hot chicks, man. He's gonna give it the game's gonna get the appropriate rating, and and that's it. And that's that. You don't have to play it. Actually, the girl don't have to play it. The dad don't have to have the little girl play it. You know.
Funny thing, I'm mad she got into the beta and I didn't. You know.
Yeah.
That's some valuable ass masturbating time you missed.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get that back now.
Yeah, I understand there's a lot of kids playing,
Wait,
but
does Widowmaker have a butt pose?
I think Widowmaker does have a butt. Actually, there's a bunch of guys in there that have butt poses too.
Nice.
All the guys have butt poses, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I think
that's
they're
actually
actually the same.
That's another valid point.
I'm gonna
The
write that to
character
Blizzard.
with the least amount of ass is the one that caused the controversy. Widowmaker has an ass. Nobody gave a shit about her doing a butt pose.
No,
Main-
wait, hold up. You know what? You bring up another point, which is actually you bring up another point. The reason he said it's okay for Widowmaker is because she's a bad guy. Her personality reflects the sexualization of the pose that she does, and I'm just like, really? So like, just because she's Widowmaker's a bad guy and a little bit sexualized, that Twaisher can't be like sexy too? I don't understand your argument. Makes no fucking sense to me.
Can we cast all children's movie villains as porn stars now? Can we just run with this logic?
Let's do it.
I'm just saying.
Alexis Texas as the evil stepmother.
I'm actually a fan of Faye Reagan, but you know,
You would be, you dirty man.
I wish I could name a porn star. I don't know their fucking names.
all right. But there's one thing we all can agree on, though.
You
Bullshit.
don't know their names, they're not people, it's fine.
No, they're just objects to be hit with stuff.
Hey, you know what?
Including
You know what?
penises.
You know what? Faye Reagan may
That's
be.
not what I actually mean.
Faye Reagan may be an object in my lower mind, but my upper mind, she is a person. Okay, thank you.
She's a person, tell me about it.
What's the last
She has really cute freckles on. On to the next topic.
I want to stay on this topic.
No, me too.
What?
Let's stay in.
No, we got
Transition out.
more. We got more
Do
topic.
it. You can do it.
What is she like? Is she educated? How old is she?
According to her profile on PMD,
LinkedIn.
she has started her filming career at the age of 18. So I would not assume that she's educated.
Educated.
Okay, all right.
You don't understand. No.
Where's she from?
What? Where's Alexis Texas from? Huh? What's she like? Is she educated?
Texas.
Yeah.
I think it's in her fucking name. Why would you
Yeah,
ask?
yeah, fucking. At least we're educated.
Oh, jump on me, huh?
You chose the wrong person.
Plus, I don't even like Alexis Texas. It's just
I don't
because
even know who that
the name rhymes is because of the only reason I remembered. That's
That's
good
what I
marketing
remember.
right there. Good marketing right there.
Insane marketing. I wonder how, like, someone check the porn search for Texas. Let's see if Alexis Texas is up there. Probably is.
I'm pretty sure she's
I
like
do not
number
need
10.
to Put those porn searches in my Google history right now.
I'm pretty sure she's like number 10. Oh man, what's that one? No, let me stop before I dig myself in a deeper hole.
I wonder how many people who are listening to this right now are Googling, like, did Faye Reagan go to college?
Faye Ray. You know what? I don't.
8-year-old girl that plays Overwatch.
Oh,
I wonder
my
who Faye Reagan is.
I wonder who Faye Reagan is.
Even though and his dad's just screaming. He's probably gonna send you a Twitch message. Even though he's already marked for mature audience.
He's gonna go on the Twitch message board. I want to talk about Rebel Havoc's channel. Rebel Havoc is a really nice black man, but when he talks ghetto words, I think that's really out of his character. I think Twitch should remove his channel because He let his inner ghetto on his.
You need a butt pose, Rebel.
I need a butt pose. Catch me on a good day on my stream. I do some butt poses.
That's why he has all those other places he streams to. It's because he can do whatever he wants on things that aren't Twitch. He's like, come see the nipple pasties on the Beam stream.
Oh my god!
Just show all that skin. That's why they get all those accounts.
I'm too hot for Twitch, guys. Too hot for Twitch. No. But is there anything else you gents have to say about it, or anybody else in chat? Do y'all have to say about the butt pose?
No, we're good. I think we covered Fake Reagan enough.
Can't forget about Alexis, Texas. Come on now.
We covered enough for him.
All right. We're gonna save the next topic for the last. We're gonna move ahead to Dark Souls 3 pre-release, early promotions, copies, and staggered release. This is the topic brought to us by Sir British. So please open the remarks, sir.
I don't understand anything with the, well, I guess I could almost call it a pre-release of Dark Souls 3. And part of the reason I call it pre-release is if you want to play the game, go buy the game. Buy it on the Japanese version on console, with your region over the US or wherever. And oh look, you've got the game before it's released. Already a problem. Promotional copies were given out. The streamers have talked about were either dumbed down versions, really small versions of the full release. And the thing is, why would you give, in an age of YouTube gaming, Twitch streaming like we're doing now, podcasting, anything where people are going to be able to spoil your product? What the hell is the point of doing a staggered release?
It was intentional, was it?
I want to say they're
how
dumb.
is it unintentional to release it 3 weeks early in Japan?
Because most games are under NDA at that moment. Like, there are games that like Australia gets before everyone else, but they can't stream it because they have to wait until it's released in everywhere before they can stream it. It's like the Twitch rules, but I don't know if that applies to like Dark Souls because they got it. In
They also, when Japan got it, all the streamers and YouTubers got the English promotional copy, so they meant to do it.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying, like, normally Twitch have these rules in place, so you can't play a certain game until like the NDA's up. I'm guessing there wasn't an NDA with them with Dark Souls.
NDA.
No NDA.
So
I don't think there was no
one
NDA.
of the only like instances of that happened that I can think of.
I think
everything before this didn't happen like that.
I think the NDA was up when the game released in Japan. That was it. Like,
Yes.
it's good to do whatever.
Was exactly it. And because the NDA was up, that's why the streamers, etc., got their copies at that time.
But I do remember saying FromSoft saying that the streamers can only stream up to a certain point of the game. Like it's like only 1/3 of the game. They couldn't stream the full game. But there was a loophole to that though. The people who did the Xbox trick, people who bought it on the Xbox One, they could stream the full thing because technically they just bought the Japanese version, and that's okay. Yeah, you know.
Grade Cell in chat nailed it. Actually, that's what the NDA was only on the review copy.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Grade Cell. Appreciate it. But I definitely understand what you're saying. It is kind of bullshit. You know, Dark Souls has formed such a community, and the community understands the whole going in blind thing. Like, nobody wants to know anything. Every time I hear somebody who's like a super Dark Souls fan, or just become a super Dark Souls fan, are the people who went in blind and played through those games. So it's very important to the community that you don't know anything about the game, and the early promotions and the staggered release, that definitely ruins that whole, you know, going in blind thing for the Dark Souls community. And it's very unfortunate that I don't think it was really Soft's idea. I think it's more Namco Bandai because they're the one publishing it over here in the Western states, or in the UK too. It definitely sucks because Dark Souls has a very good, passionate community about those things, and they love the Golden Blinds. So I have to say, I agree with you.
The thing about Dark Souls is, especially among the community, if you go back and look at the early games, and in King's Field, like PS1 blocky graphics days, we're talking Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Even at that time, it didn't hold much in graphics, and it didn't hold much in story because of the way the story's told. Very small amounts of dialogue that don't always quite make sense, and then read item descriptions to find out the rest. There are people who play the entire series who have no idea what the hell is happening at all. It's actually a division among that fan base, is the lore files, as opposed to the challenge runners. You know, and not saying there aren't both, obviously, but there is a huge difference. There are people who play through the games casually, but because of the way you get the lore, that's pretty hard to spoil. So the main thing spoiled by the earlier release is the gameplay mechanics, as in how do I beat a boss. The problem is that's the satisfaction gained from a game like Dark Souls, is you go up against this boss and it just fucks your shit up. And that's why I hear among the Dark Souls community more than I've ever heard among get good. And it kind of fits really well with Dark Souls because it's you do it until you figure it out. You get better at the game and you beat it. Now when you've got somebody streaming that boss fight early, and people trying to pop into streams or anything you're a part of to talk about that, to spoil it for you, that could have been easily avoided.
Yeah, yeah, definitely agree with you on that. And but do you feel that? And I think the staggered release is like really the big hitter right here. Do you think the staggered release have hurt the community in general? Like, has it has an impact on the community?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I stream Dark Souls a lot. That's what I stream a good 90% of the time on my channel. I stream Dark Souls as it's, you know how a lot of streamers and gaming people, they have their kind of go-to, I don't know, feel like today, so this is what I'm going to play because I kind of always feel like playing. That's Dark Souls for me. And the amount of things I have had to avoid, there's a that I am currently avoiding just to try to keep things fresh for when this game comes out.
Yeah, I can see.
I have added more banned words to my bot filters in my channel than I have ever had, just to keep people from coming in to purposefully be dicks and spoil it.
Yeah,
I guess it kind of stumps your channel growth as well because everyone has played it before you.
Yeah.
The hype's kind of dead for that as well, which is really, really horrible. That's really damaging.
The game isn't even out yet, and the hype is dying already.
Yeah.
And for someone like me, who doesn't have the money to buy it twice, who pre-ordered it on Steam, even if I wanted to, I can't get around it right now.
So by being a diehard fan for the game, and you pre-ordered it, and by doing so, you kind of fucked yourself in a way. Because if you had your money now, you'd be absolutely great, you know.
Yeah, because you got an Xbox One, right?
Passion kind of fucked you over.
Yeah, you got an Xbox
One. And this is the only time I've seen that as a pre-order problem. And I guess that's a whole huge topic to tackle. So we'll probably tackle that on a different podcast, I guess. But yeah, this is the first time where the pre-ordering has fucked me by having faith in the company as far as making the game not being what screwed me over. Dark Souls 3 looks to be a fantastic game. Pre-ordering it was a mistake from the perspective of the game. If you weren't part of these communities.
True.
Pre-ordering a game screws you because the game didn't deliver. Or because one thing or another, it might have been the other version of pre-ordering, like Kickstarting, the game was never made, or the game was terrible. You know, anybody who pre-ordered Duke Nukem Forever, probably never pre-ordered another game after that.
I'm pretty sure they never did. But I definitely agree with you on that. I never understood staggered releases, especially in today's world with digital copies. I know a lot of these companies, a lot of Japanese companies, okay, they like to cater to their home country a little bit more than to the Western. But Dark Souls is not a Japanese game only no more. The series is not, and I don't think it hasn't been since Demon Souls. I mean, once people caught that game on, it was on fire over here. Stagger release definitely fractured the community. That's what I would say. It fractures the community of a certain game, and it makes certain parts of the community feel more privileged than the other. I think that was just a fail on Namco Bandai. I want to call them. I think they're the ones who made that decision of stagger release, because I'm pretty sure From would not want that, especially as big as a fan base Dark Souls has built up over these years. And Dark Souls, it's definitely one of those games you want to go in blind. I remember me going in blind. I never actually finished the game, but I definitely did enjoy not knowing how to beat the bosses, or getting through the few areas that I've made it through in those games. It definitely was a pleasure. If I had saw it beforehand, I think my time in the game would have been not so great, or as great. We got some words from the chat here. Pre-order bonuses, another thing wrong in gaming. Oh, I think he's talking about your pre-ordering. I don't hardly ever.
Pre-ordering's always been a thing.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I used to pre-order games back in the day. You know, for disc copy games. Like when I was going to buy the disc copy of a game, like when Halo 2 came out, I pre-ordered because Halo 2 was like on fire that year. Like it was like one of the biggest game releasing. It was like, and they actually ended up running out of copies of that game. So I did pre-order, but now I don't ever pre-order any game. Usually I buy the game if I really want like the pre-order bonuses. I wait till the day before the game release, then I pre-order it. Just if I wanted the pre-order bonuses. But if anything, no. No, I don't ever pre-order any game. I usually wait till the day they release.
Really, pre-order bonuses are usually only worth pre-ordering on console anyway. Because I'm sorry, getting the OST and some backgrounds that are both going to end up on Google tomorrow for free really isn't much of a fucking pre-order bonus.
Yeah.
So without a physical attached item, there's no point in pre-ordering for PC. In fact, the only reason I pre-ordered is because I'm a streamer, which is why that whole "it's screwing me over because the hype is dead" is really got me pissed off about this. Because I'm not saying I wouldn't have gotten the game and I'm not a streamer, and I'm not saying I wouldn't have gotten the game at release. But I generally do not pre-order. I don't believe in paying for a product if you don't know the product is what you need in general. Much less for gaming. Don't buy the wrong tool for the job. If you don't know what it is, how do you fill the needs you're paying?
Yeah, you mentioned this to me before. Wasn't there like something up with the pre-release version of this game? The review copies, like, wasn't it like easier or something? You mentioned this to me earlier.
Okay, what came out from a few streamers was I don't know if it was, because there were two different versions of pre-release. There was the one where people were brought to certain locations, like not sent to people, but brought out by Namco Bandai. And then there was the earlier ones sent to streamers and YouTubers and all that to use at their own whatever. One of them, supposedly, some streamers came out about it, I believe Man vs. Saying that one of the copies was almost a dumbed down version, like that it was at New Game 0, essentially, where think of it as you start the game at New Game, think of that as level 1. It's like it was a level 0. where certain spawns weren't there, because that was actually what somebody noticed. Was why when I saw the actual game, when I saw the footage and stream of it before, why did that area only have 3 enemies than what I saw before, but it has 6 enemies now in the regular game? Where did the change in difficulty come from? Why did this one 4, but it takes 2 hits with it now? There was an obvious difference in difficulty.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that kind of sucks. And you know what? I hate to say it, but Dark Souls 3 release is just a big mess to me.
It's a shit show in every way.
Yeah, it's a big old mess.
And I don't know whether to say this is one of the biggest ones, or if it's just the first one that was something I cared about enough.
I think this is the biggest one because this Dark Souls was made by the original Dark Souls team. So this is like, because the Dark Souls 2 was made by a secondary team, right? Wow.
Yeah, it was. They call it the FromSoft B team, but if you look at the way a lot of game devs and publishers' relationships are, FromSoft B team is their way of probably saying that Namco Bandai put their people on it, while FromSoft worked on Bloodborne. That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Because a lot of publishers get their people to make a game if they think it'll sell, even if the original creators aren't up for making it. They'll put their own team on it to do it, and then say the original ones did it so that they don't lose the faith of the gamer community on the game. Because you tell them, hey, that game you love, those last 3 games you love, yeah, we got a bunch of guys you don't know to make the new one. People aren't gonna buy it.
I mean, I don't really care if it was an A team or a B team, but I do know it reflects in the gameplay. But I mean, I didn't think Dark Souls 2 was bad. Actually, believe it or not, I couldn't tell the difference between 1 and 2. If you had asked me, as it still felt like Dark Souls to me. But I definitely know this was like the bigger of them because the original people who worked on the original Dark Souls game were working on this one. So I thought at least FromSoft would find someone who would want to make this one seem like bigger, better, and badder than the other one. But I will say though, they did have a pretty legit April Fool's trailer for this game. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all should definitely go check that out. It's like a 80s movies like trailer they have going on. Definitely go check it out. Really good.
Like a VHS grindhouse.
Yeah, like a VHS grindhouse. I love the promotion they had going for that.
I was alive during the 80s.
Yeah, but that is it for our gaming. Unless you guys have something else you want to say for this Dark Souls topic here.
I don't like Dark Souls.
Well, not everybody does. I mean, I can only play through half of a Dark Souls game before I get tired of it. I'm not saying the games are bad. It's just they don't hold my attention for very long.
It's not my kind of game.
Yeah.
Not my kind of game.
Yeah, but I can't say they're not bad because they are good from the halfway points that I have played through. I can't say that I did enjoy my time. It's just they just didn't hold my attention for long. But anyway, if y'all don't have nothing else to say, we are going to go ahead and move into our next section, which is our non-gaming but still nerdy topics. Not very much here anyway. Our next topic here is comic book movies, which apparently I wrote.
Great memory there.
I'm pretty much what I think I was going for is how do you guys feel about comic book movies? Are there good ones? Are they good, bad? How do you feel about the modern ones?
Fucking great.
Say what?
I've never actually bought a comic book. Right? We don't have like comic books here. They're not really a big thing. I mean, we have them, but like you have to look for them. Like you have to actively look for a comic book shop.
I did notice that coming over here. It is much more of a niche in the UK than it is. In America.
Yeah, like you'll see a shop, but you'll never see anyone in the shop, like the comic book shop. So they
almost treat it like it's a porn shop. Like when I have seen people go on, they're in like trench coats, like glasses, they like black bags hide what they're getting. Like they're
yeah. They look like a homeless person trying to hide like alcohol.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they're not necessarily bad, by any means, but it's more like I read my shit online, right? So I read the Ultimate X-Men online. I don't really see the point of owning them. But as far as comics go, fucking 10 out of 10 because they're great. Obviously, because if we didn't, I mean, there wouldn't be like a huge market for them otherwise. But yeah, they're great, man. It's fun. Everything comes from them too.
I would say.
Though, that being said about the comic, okay, the UK took the digital way faster than you.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the stats online on like the Marvel like paid monthly service to read all their stuff, UK jumped on that way faster.
All right.
Yeah, I heard they're pretty successful out there in the UK. But I would say modern. I would say, according to the modern comic book movies, I want to say that Marvel does it the best, while DC just seems to just fuck up every goddamn movie they come out.
Marvel, I
agree. Conditional on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say I agree. Conditional on the fact that since they started Marvel Studios, Marvel movies have become really good.
I would have like argued to the death. When I was younger, I would have argued to the death that like DC is like my thing, but like ever since like the Iron Man movie came out, I guess I've just like I've loved every DC movie. Like, I mean, I always loved the X-Men movies, but I never really you know, they're the same world, but they're not. You know, because there's so many different ones. But I really like Marvel over DC, like 100% like win on Marvel's side because I love Marvel. Marvel's great.
British, you was gonna say something?
Well, it was mainly about the studio changes.
No.
Before Marvel Studios, the Marvel movies were not good. And neither were DC, to be honest. Because it was around the same time that DC started with well, I mean, I wouldn't say the trilogy, but really the two of the Dark Knight series. It was the first time I started to see DC come back when it came to movies.
Yeah.
But that's all been recent. Like, looking at comic books show up and down ever since.
I think the reason Marvel movies are actually better is because Marvel is actually involved with these movies. Like, I think they're writers, like the writers of the comic books and everything. They actually like, yeah, we need to like fucking make the movies just as good as the book. Like continuity. How you say it? Continuity? Continuity. I'm sorry. Continuity. I'm sorry. That is the word of the day. I'm sorry. I'm retarded. I couldn't say a simple word. Continuity. They are big on continuity, and they also know that the movies are not exactly going to reflect the comic books or actually have the same continuity. So Marvel themselves are like, we're going to write you a continuity just for the movies that kind of sums up what happens in the comic books. And I think they're paying off for that. They are definitely doing the comic book movies right. I mean, I think there's a chart for all of the Marvel movies that are coming out, and there's literally, you know, a continuity to all these movies. Like Civil War is like, it's like, you know, if you watch one movie back to back, they're all going to fit within the continuity of the movies.
I really like manga though. I know it's like entirely different, but I read more manga probably than I read comics.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I wouldn't see you as a manga.
No, I wait every Wednesday for like every chapter to come out. Like, yeah, I'm like on everything pretty much that I'm interested in. But like, I wouldn't like. I don't read like that weeby manga though. Like, I like action stuff. I don't like high school, whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Like slice of life and harem mangas or whatever.
I don't know. I like my Dragon Ball Z. I like One Piece. Naruto. I used to like it, but it's horrible. It's absolutely awful. Like, there's another one. Which I read as well. One Punch Man. Like, I like all that stuff. I don't really like the. I don't even know what they're called because I don't look for them. You know, they're just like the schoolgirl ones. You know, I don't even know what they're called. They're like based in high schools, and sometimes they have a main character. And it's like, I guess it's slice of life, really.
I think that's what it falls under. I'm not really into manga. so I'm not really sure. But it's one of those interests that comes close enough since I'm into video games and comics that I've had to like hear the terms over and over.
Well,
So
with me, it's more so like I've watched the anime enough, and it gets to the point where, like, for example, okay, I think One Piece was like, was it 1995 or something, or 2000? I can't remember. Either way, it started when I was really young, and I managed to catch up when I was like 16 or whatever. And ever since then, it's been gotten to that point because it's like 800. I can't remember how many episodes. It's nearly 900 episodes. So there was a point there where it's not finished, so I have gone on to the manga because I'm like trying to catch up, you know, because I've already done everything. I've already watched all the anime. I want to read the rest of the manga because the storyline. And at this point, I'm just like waiting week by week for every chapter to come out. Yeah, that's the only reason, really.
I guess it's different because you spent the time to catch up, but I've almost made, for example, more with anime for me because I can get a lot of anime for free that I can't get the mangas for free. But if it's over a certain length or it's been out over a certain amount of time, I won't even touch it. Like One Piece is usually the example I give because you said what, 900 some odd episodes?
Nearly 900, I think.
Yeah. Okay, put that at, let's estimate it a half hour an episode. So
20,
that's
20 minutes or so. It's actually less. It's more like
Okay.
18 because
okay. Let's estimate it at 20. So 3 episodes an hour. So to watch 900 divided, that's 300 hours of my life I have to spend catching up.
Well, actually, it's not. Actually, I'd say that one third of those are like fillers. So if you skip the fillers, you get that too. Or if you were to read the manga, I'm pretty sure you could like catch up in like a day of just like casually reading. You know, it's the anime kind of like drags that out. But yeah.
But you guys
that's
think
the
of
reason I read the manga.
what do you guys think of DC movies? Because do you feel
I
that
hated
they're on the
Christian
same?
Bale movies. I
You
hate
hate-
them.
do
They're
you?
horrible. Yeah. The one with like Heath Ledger with the fucking shitty acting. Yeah, I hated that.
What?
He was like, no, Heath Ledger. Sorry, Christian Bale's acting. He plays the same guy in every fucking.
Okay,
movie.
yeah. Christian Bale.
Heath
is
Ledger,
a
on the other hand, was
terrible-
great. But
Yeah.
he was only in one movie. He was in one movie.
Well,
Well, not just
he-
Heath Ledger. I think most of the surrounding characters carried those movies. I 100% agree that Christian Bale did not act at all in those movies.
Because my issue with Christian Bale is he plays the exact same guy in every fucking show he's ever fucking bought. Movie, right? He's played American Psycho, right, where he's a detached psychopath. He's played The Machinist, where he's a detached fucking degenerate, right? He's just everything he does is just like he plays like the I have no parents card really, really well, and that's why he was casted, I think. Like. And like, okay, yeah, like he said, the supporting actors were great. Heath Ledger was great. I didn't like Tom Hardy because I think they dubbed his voice like in this fucking stupid.
I never actually saw the third one.
It's all right, but it's not nothing good. What's that guy that fucking? Oh my god, Michael Caine, great, right, amazing. What's the other guy's name? The guy that plays Commissioner Gordon. What's his name?
Oh,
I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. Yeah, that's it.
that's right.
Yep, Gary Oldman.
Amazing. But Christian Bale's the main character, and the guy can act like a goldfish. So I didn't really like, and even the plots in it were really shit. You know.
Well, that's the thing is like that's why I say everybody else carried it. Michael Caine, I'm not saying he's never done a bad movie, but he's never been the bad part of the movie. Gary Oldman has been in some terrible movies, but he himself was never terrible. Even Aaron Eckhart, who played Two-Face. You know, you usually see him in rom-coms, which immediately makes me want to give him a bad rep. But when you see him in stuff that's kind of his side movies, he's excellent. Like he was amazing in Thank You for Smoking. And everybody else but Christian Bale cast in those movies was perfect. Christian Bale himself was a buff machinist.
He's a pleb.
What?
He's a pleb.
Yeah.
Well, Christian Bale did say though that his performance in Batman was poor. I mean, if that makes you feel any better, Turtle, he did say himself that his performance was bad.
Did he give an example of what he thought a good performance of his was, so we could see if there was any difference? I'm pretty sure somebody just points him to a room and says, "Act," and he just does the same thing every time.
I'll tell you what, he does. Like I said, it's the detached psychopath thing where he's just so self-centered. And in every fucking movie, he's always so. In The Machinist, he was a self-centered like guy, which just always like thought about what he thought, you know, and he was just always like depressed and emo. American Psycho, exact same thing, right? And keep in mind, these are like really high-rated movies, right? The Prestige, somewhat the same thing, you know. What other movies did he do? Let me choose the IMDb page. The Fighter, once again, detached fucking drunk, right? Like he plays plebs, and that's why he's like The Big Short. I don't think he played a pleb in that movie, but he played like an autistic guy, which is basically the same thing. I mean, come on, man. He was a self-centered autist.
Can I not be associated with saying autistic?
No,
not be associated with that.
All right, it's my opinion, and my opinion. Listen, I just meant it because in The Big Short,
No,
he played
I know what
what
you meant. It just sounded.
In all of these shows,
bad.
yeah, I know. In all of these shows, he plays like he plays the mentally challenged guy, right?
Dude, I swear to God, like his direction is him playing himself, like a detached, selfish dude with a lot of money. Like, I swear to God, the fucking bloopers that we're not saying is him going, "I'm Christian Bale." No, dude, you're Batman this time. I'm Batman. Like,
I'm Batman.
He just thinks he's being him, but in a black suit. Like, I think that's what's happening.
Oh, can we
Oh my God.
Like he's actually a really young dementia patient, and they keep telling him that his memories are different and putting him in a room in front of camera.
Okay.
Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead. Go
He
ahead.
goes home and he's like, "Where's my horse?" I can't remember. There was like, I always confuse that with a different movie.
What's he
There
gonna
was a
say?
movie called
No, go ahead, Turtle.
Equilibrium. All right, go. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Turtle. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why are you telling me to stop?
No, I'm sorry. I'll be quiet now.
There's a movie called Equilibrium. If you haven't seen Equilibrium, right?
Oh my God! Okay, I have seen that one. I just googled it.
It's
Yeah,
so
that's
bad.
terrible.
People love it so much, and I don't understand why. Because it's just a priest with guns, which makes no fucking sense, by the way. Right? Priests don't have guns, but they do some like weird like weeb fighting, like that black guy with a stick in Walking Dead. You know, he's like really awkward at holding the stick. There's like they do some like I don't know like they're teenage girls like doing like some fucking cheerleading routine whilst like shooting people. And they do some like weird things.
No, my favorite thing is that he still had a career after that movie. When Tay Diggs outacts you, go home. Like, just go home. You're done. Like, Tay Diggs.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Do you even know that name?
No,
Do you know why you don't know that
Tay
name?
Diggs?
It was fucking terrible.
I know who Tay Diggs is. I know who Tay Diggs is.
I googled Equilibrium to find a trailer to link, and the first thing I find is a Drowning Pool like music video, which is like the Tearing Away song by Drowning Pool, and it's called Equilibrium. It's got 2.7 million views. Please watch that. That is awful. No, it's the most teenage angsty movie I've ever seen.
Oh God. Oh, before we change topics, how do you feel about the guy who plays Superman in the recent
Guy who plays who?
Superman and the recent DC movies?
I mean, okay, to be fair, like, because we have a reference to how bad the other one was. What was that guy? I forget the guy. There's a guy. You know, all right, remember that Superman movie, the guy?
Brandon Roud,
Yes.
Brandon Rood, or something like
He
that.
plays the guy in Arrow now. He plays like the Atom in Arrow, and he's like the most awful fucking
Brandon
actor
Rood.
I've ever seen. And it was. I think it was just called. What was it called? The movie. There was a movie with him in it, and he was like the worst Superman movie ever. Superman Returns, I think that's what it's called.
Oh,
That was the worst
you talking
movie.
about the one with Kevin Spacey in it? He played Lex
Yes,
Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
To be fair, and I know a lot of people seem to like to argue with me when I say that, he wasn't any worse of an actor about it than Christopher Reeve was. Like, to be fair, Superman just casts terrible actors every time, which makes sense because Superman is the most unrelatable character to me in comic book history.
I have something to say about that. Every Superman actor up until the point of the Superman's Returns movie have all died for some like really fucked up reason. Every single person
Yeah,
is just like.
it's because they played Superman. In my mind, I hate Superman. I honestly fucking hate Superman.
Oh, he's a cheap.
Like-
He's a cheap fucking thing. He has laser fucking vision. He has X-ray vision. He has like super cold breath. He can fly. He's basically a law, and he has super strength. Like he's entirely the most like generic shitty like fucking hero ever because he's just OP. He's OP.
To respond to chat real fast with Grade Cell, Christopher Reeve has charisma and was likable as fuck.
Yeah.
Not is because he's dead, but was, yes. But he wasn't as Superman because Superman's character has no charisma. Even if you play Superman well, you're shitty. Because Superman is not like. Okay, let me empathize with Superman. He can't be hurt. He has no actual family, so he can't lose anybody really. Oh no, he disappointed himself when he only saved 50 out of the 52 people.
He goes into some like depressive mode too.
I want to argue in favor of Superman.
HD Superman is my favorite Superman.
I want to argue in the favor of Superman though, because I used to think the same thing too until I saw this YouTube video about this dude kind of defending Superman. Superman actually kind of represents the best in all of us though. Like he has all these godly like powers, but he chooses to use them for good. Like he can just be like, you know what, fuck it, everybody's fucked, you know, and just ruin all of our fucking days. Well, at least in the DC world, you know. But he represents the best. He knows that he is godly, but he chooses to use his power for the greater good instead of just, you know, tearing everyone apart that he could do, possibly could do. You know, so
I mean,
I understand.
It begs the question.
Oh, go ahead.
Really, like, who would win in a fight? And I'm going to tell you the conclusion of this, right? Between Superman and Goku, and the winner would be Goku. And I'll tell you why. Superman, A, is not as strong as Goku. B, Goku has instant transmission. He only has to touch Superman, instant transmission to anywhere away from a yellow sun, and just drop him in a ditch somewhere, because that would make him fucking worthless. I'm just saying that. I know it's like completely irrelevant, but it needs to be said.
Okay. Which Superman? This is another problem I have with Superman.
Any Superman. You can destroy any Superman. Goku the best.
There was a point Superman had too many.
The current Superman is basically a god.
Well,
like, that's part of why people trying to get me back into Superman. I have a reputation among my friends. The moment they say Superman, I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bar and drink and forget you ever spoke that word. Like,
right.
Fuck you. Like, I hate Superman. And Superman doesn't even really get killed by kryptonite anymore.
No, he
Superman
just gets
does
stabbed in the
fine
heart,
without
and
sun.
then he just... He can sit on the center of the core of the sun if he wanted to. That's fucked up. You know?
The thing is and that's also part of what makes, and this is actually what I was going to lead to about why I disagree with what he was saying, with what Rebel was saying. I'm sorry, what makes an action good is the risk of something. And Superman has nothing to risk, so his goodness doesn't count for anything to me. Oh no, he got in the way of that thing could have destroyed the Earth. It could have destroyed the Earth and he would have been sitting there in fucking space. Like, there is no risk for him. So anything he does, good or evil, is completely, it's not moral at all. Strong morality comes from sacrifice and
It comes from good parenting, and he didn't have any parents, so I don't believe in that.
See, fair point. That's why I like that they've always put Batman and Superman against each other. It's two kids who have.
That's a good point.
Who's gonna mourn them? Let them fight.
That's a good point.
They both had
Superman,
the same, like mothers' names.
Superman did have good parents. That's a really good
Oh,
point.
he did, yeah. Did you guys ever watch Smallville by any chance? Because Smallville.
Oh yeah, I
was
love that
fucking great.
show. I actually love that
was the
show.
best show. Yeah.
Okay, I have to admit, I did watch.
It depends on the version, like you said.
Yeah.
But they did actually make Superman relatable because they didn't. Because Smallville wasn't about Superman. Smallville was about Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what made that one work with me.
Yep.
Yeah. Smallville,
And that's
great show.
That's my problem with Superman. Is look, they made Superman vulnerable and have things to lose. That's
And he couldn't
what
fly.
would
And he didn't have any of his abilities either. The only thing he had was basically like super strength and like invincibility at that point. In the beginning of the show, I believe. Like I remember him putting his hand into like a what's that thing that they grind stuff with? Like they throw like trees and shit in. I don't know what. He put his hand in one of those and it was just like, yeah, sup. And that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what you said.
Yeah. But I didn't really think about that though. The parents thing. This Batman grew up like, you know, a no parent child, and he's like all dark and shit, while Superman's boy blue. But his parents were great though. They did a good job. Now, if Superman parents was the parents of the 8-year-old girl playing Overwatch, maybe it would be different situation.
I hope that girl becomes bad. That girl better become Batman because she doesn't need parents.
But
Did you guys see the reverse? There was like a Batman thing where it was like it's like an alternative universe where it wasn't the parents that died, but Batman died, and Dad became Batman, and the mother became the Joker. Or something like
I know what you're talking about. I seen some of that movie. That's pretty good actually. The dad was Batman and shit.
Oh, that was actually a movie? I thought that was like a fan thing.
No, it was like
Yeah.
an anime movie.
Another thing too, I can't remember what comic it was in, but there was a comic where Alfred just kicks the shit out of Superman. It was like the best thing I've ever seen. Like, I'm pretty sure you'd actually love to see that, British.
I would absolutely love to see that.
But we all know who would win a fight between Batman and Superman, though, right?
Alfred.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Neither, because they always fucking bust out at the end.
I think
None
Batman
of them
would.
can kill anyone.
I think Batman would straight up kill Superman, like no hesitation.
Batman doesn't kill. That's the problem. That's why I hate.
Did you not
No,
read
that's
the Dark
why
Knight
I
Returns
hate-
comic book?
I hate.
He almost damn near killed
Okay,
Batman.
but his whole. Look, that's what made Deathstrike such a good character. I think it was Deathstrike. I might be confusing the Marvel one. I get the names confused. But there's basically a character in the DC universe that shit out of Batman multiple times and told Batman, the reason I beat you is I'm willing to kill. So I'll go that extra effort. And I'll still stop if I want. But
True.
the fact that I'm willing to means I beat the fuck out of you.
True. That's why people like
Deathstroke.
That's why
Thank
people
you,
like
Great
Punisher
Joe,
too.
Deathstroke.
Punisher has the same rules.
Yep.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kill. You know, that's why he's so popular. He's like, if I have to kill you, I will. Actually, Punisher is like, I'm gonna kill you anyway.
There was a series of comics where Deathstroke came to Batman and said, I'll take out every villain in your city. You can stop spending your entire life fighting the same idiots you keep letting loose. You won't kill them? I will. It was a great statement about what's wrong with Batman. It kind of points to him being a broken man that's afraid of death because of his parents.
That's true, and there's also like the issue, which is Batman is, well, he's the issue himself because the more he lets people live, the more they fucking kill everyone else. Eventually,
Well, that's
anyway.
one
Like he
thing
kept saying
Deathstroke-
Joker and stuff.
Deathstroke pointed that out in that comic. That's why I love it so much. Deathstroke said all of the blood from the first time you didn't kill those people is on your hands. You had a chance to stop it and you didn't. You're just as bad as them if you keep letting this happen.
Or just as
Let me
crazy
do
as
it.
him.
You won't do it. Just let me do it.
In
Yeah.
You can keep your hands clean, you pussy. Basically, was what he said. You don't have to kill one of them. Just don't get in my way.
I'm gonna have to read that book. What book was that? You know, you know the name of it?
I can look it up.
There was wait, isn't Iron Man like meant to be the richest? No, he's not. He's that guy, the black guy is the richest, isn't he? In the
Who?
Marvel universe, in the Capcom, not Capcom. Fuck.
No,
me.
Iron Man's
In the
rich.
Marvel.
No, Iron
No,
Man's.
Iron Man's rich, but I'm pretty sure you know the Black Panther guy. I'm pretty sure he's the richest because he's like the king of Africa and all the.
Oh
resources and
yeah,
stuff.
he's the
I read,
king
like,
of
an image or
Wakanda.
something with that.
He is the king of Wakanda.
Yeah, and that's like the richest place. So he's like the guy's balling, but he's on Iron Man's side, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's on Iron Man's side.
Yeah.
Actually, in the comic book world, Iron Man, Black Panther and Reed Richard,
Spider-Man.
aka Mr. Fantastic. I want to say it's Mr. Fantastic. They formed
In the
the
movie,
Illuminati, which is like the league of super smarty superheroes in the Marvel
Oh,
universe.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
But actually, believe it or not, Iron Man is more of an asshole in the comic books than he is in the movies.
Oh,
But I still hate
yeah,
Iron
yeah,
Man.
yeah. Well, the reason why is because Robert Downey Jr. is really good at playing the like narcissistic guy. He always has been.
Yeah.
The same way, I think Johnny Depp like would have done as good of a job as Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. But who
Also,
would you prefer, Johnny
this is
Depp
like
or Ronnie Downey?
no. Robert Downey Jr. 100%. But I like Johnny Depp. But once again, he's one of those people which he's a good actor, but he plays the same thing in every fucking role. So
True.
he always plays the crazy guy, like the crazy, like happy guy, which is kind of like the Joker vibe, you know? Like kind of like the chaotic good kind of character.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Everyone likes that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guy that's willing to like do work.
Yeah. But if the guys don't have anything else to say, is there any more? British? Is British still here? Or did he like?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you have any more? I know we went from like comic book movies to comic books to character.
You did skip like a topic earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if you did
Yeah.
that intentionally or not.
Yeah. I mean, but that was a good talk. I didn't think comic book movies would spawn that much good
I
discussion.
mean, there's so much to talk about, and there's so much more to talk about. You know?
Yeah.
That's
but
another day, though. 'cause you can't-
That's a topic to devote an entire
Yeah.
podcast to. Like,
you know what? I might do that. I might do that one day. Get some more people on here. We can talk about comic book heroes and stuff.
on a random side thing, like, I was thinking about this because of. Are you still touching the next topic, or were you leaving that one?
Believe it or not, I think we're gonna skip the next topic.
Damn,
We'll say that
I
one first.
noticed something really funny to me right before the cast started.
Oh, you
What?
want chicken? Well, no.
No. We were gonna talk about our
The gamers.
the gamers, but I'm going ahead and skip that one.
No, let's go for it. Go games.
Why you gotta be throwing it out like that, man?
This is our Livecast Rebel. This is our Livecast Rebel. Just go home now.
You wrote it down. I even got a fucking screenshot. Rebel thought of this.
All right, you know what? Fuck it, girl gamers.
You skipped
All
my
right,
upcoming game,
how do
Simon.
you guys
I'm
feel
fucking-
about girl gamers on Twitch
I feel
specifically?
like I don't want them on my team. Oh, on Twitch, it depends, man. I know some really cool girl gamers, but then I know some like really skanky ones. So without naming names, there's some like that just play games, and then there's no different from us, you know. Then there's like the majority, which is like, you know, we've talked about it many times, but the cleavage streamers and people that get their viewership and like thirsty teenagers to pay for their wedding, you know. There's them people too.
I'm just,
You know what I mean?
I don't have really nothing against girl gamers. I just wrote that topic down because I couldn't think of anything else. But I don't really have nothing against girl gamers. But I feel like girl gamers ruin the image for girl gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the one with the, they got their.
It's the most contradictory.
Wait, please just say that sentence again.
All right, other girl gamers ruin the image for girl gamers. It's like they're quick to blame the guys for looking at your tits, but it's you're the one who like have the tits out here on Twitch. It's like you want to make a statement that hey, it's okay for girls to game, which I mean pretty much any fucking guy and gal can understand that is okay. But when you get on Twitch in here and you present yourself in a certain way, which, well, actually, when I say you put your camera in a certain position in a certain way, it kind of just like, is she playing the game good? Is she not playing the game good? I mean, yeah, she's playing the game. Is her personality cool? Yeah, but like, why is her camera
to be
looking
fair, Rebel,
clear?
You've never played a game good, so
I mean, people watch me because I'm just sexy,
for
but
that personality, you know?
if I could stream with my shirt off, I would totally do. If I could stream with my shirt off, I would totally do it. But
As far as Let's go to a different topic. There's like a transsexual that like plays in the LCS, and everyone thought she was a chick. Like,
Oh,
the
really?
first like girl that was ever in. Yeah, the guy looks. I don't want to say he looks convincing, but he looks close enough to be like an ugly female, right? Either way, like as soon as he's like just there, everyone like loses their shit because they think
Really?
the girl's finally in the LCS. But the
Crazy.
reality of the matter is, nah, there's no good League of Legends girl players. If there is, there's like they're fucking rare. You know what I mean? I don't want him in my team. That's for one. That's what I'm gonna
Now-
say. As for girl gamers that aren't on Twitch, I
Yeah.
prefer not to have. I mean, because they do follow the stereotype. You know, the same way like black people like chicken, right? Is that wrong? Am I wrong, Rebel? Do you like chicken? I like chicken.
I prefer my chicken,
You like chicken?
fried. Thank you.
Exactly. You
Alright.
like chicken. You love your chicken. British loves his chicken. Right? Everyone loves chicken.
Yeah. I mean,
But what I'm
but
saying is, girl gamers are traditionally shit at games. That
okay.
goes, like, obviously, there are exceptions. The same way there's exceptions for, you know, old people, I guess, in like a lot of things. And like you can get on buses for free, you know. But like, as far as girl gamers go, they're good. They're great. Just they have to be good at the games, and the majority of them aren't. You know what I mean? Of like an average. I'm gonna drop this topic. I ain't going anywhere with this. I just don't want them in my team. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, I just want to point out something. I clicked on it. I don't know if you've ever been watching porn and accidentally click the local girls in your area thing, like just
No,
bump the
no, I
mouse or
can't say
something.
I have because I didn't want a virus.
Well, it wasn't on purpose. I was trying to. I don't remember what I was doing. Anyway, this has the exact same layout as the one I saw. It's a bunch of pictures of girls and their little bios, followed by the look at the pictures of girls we have, followed by these. This says girls streaming right now, but it's the same section that says these are the girls in your area. It is literally the exact same layout as wanna fuck a girl you're not gonna fuck? Here you go.
Are you
And
saying?
I find that to be
Are you saying they're cam girls?
extremely fitting.
That's what you're saying. They're
I
cam
like it.
girls.
If you use a VPN and go to any like porn service, it would say Russian girls are looking for happy Americans, and it's just like I'm not even fucking American. That makes no sense. But yeah, they that's just viruses, bro. I'm surprised you clicked it. I trust you to look to click that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I feel like I'll open up a can of worms and I forgot to pour it out. But
Is that
no,
what you're supposed to do with a can of worms?
I don't know.
I don't even
Well,
speak
is that
kinds of
the
words.
first-
But no,
Never understood why people had canned worms.
yeah, you know, sometimes, cause you know, there's this one girl I do watch. She plays Halo. She plays Halo 5, and she's
good at the
actually good. Like she's good, but I have to say, like, the only thing I ever actually really watch her because she's good.
How
That's
are her
it.
tits?
Because she doesn't actually
How
show
are
her
tits,
tits.
Rebel?
She doesn't actually show her tits that very much. She does have quite
she's
an
a
attractive
camera?
face, though.
And that's
What?
the only reason that you can think of her and remember how good at the game she was.
How many viewers does she average with her cleavage?
Okay, all right, but you know, one day I was like watching it, and I was like, you know what? I never know what kind of game she likes, so I started asking her about like the game she likes or what she likes to play, and
Oh, nice, Rebel, getting in.
what?
Nice.
Hey, look here. All right, I was not trying to get it in, but like
I'm gonna find myself a gamer girl.
it kind of made
You weren't trying to get into this topic. The topic you wrote in the notes. No, Rebel.
no.
Not at all.
What I'm saying
You
is
never
though,
even think of this topic.
she actually had a pretty good taste in games, which made me question like why did I start watching her in the first place? Because she actually has some pretty good taste. She liked Crash and all the other games, you know. But when I started to tell her she was pretty good at the game, like just giving her some encouragement, she just kept saying she was like not good at the game. I was like, no, you're like higher ranking in like ranked matches than I am, and you're actually pretty good. Yeah. She just kept doubting herself, and I feel
So
like
did you get her digits, Rebel?
no, I did not get her digits. God dang it! I think she lives like in
Did you even have
Canada.
to ask?
I think she lives like in. She had pretty good tasting games. Get out of
You know
here!
where she lives.
Get out of here!
No,
she says she
lives-
stays in Canada somewhere.
9.70 miles, blah blah blah.
But
No,
You know where
exactly
she
how far
lives, but
But-
where does Faye Reagan live?
I feel like though that girls who do present themselves, you know, with their tits out and trying to make themselves look like a beauty pageant, on stream ruin it for the other girls who actually do pretty well, and actually, take time out and like,
So,
they
with the
actually
girl with no
enjoy
cleavage,
the entertainment of
Rebel.
gaming. What?
To play devil's advocate, if you could sit at home playing video games, even being terrible at one, and make the amount of money they make in a month just by wearing selectively low-cut shirts, I'm sorry. If I could do that, I fucking would.
Hell yeah, I would show my tits out. Y'all think I'm fucking around? No.
Okay,
Like,
I'm gonna like.
I feel like that's a very important thing to think about. There is a lot of, I hear people shit talk that idea all the time. Oh, look, they're just successful because they have their tits out. Yeah. So.
But that's my personality, though. That's the kind of person I am. If I'm gonna put my tits out, I'm gonna be like, yeah, guys, I got my tits out. I'm not gonna hide it. If I could stream without my shirt on when I get my channel banned, I probably would do it.
Stable, I would agree, but Brittany Venti didn't have tits.
Can we all say Brittany? Who's Brittany Venditti? I'm sorry. Who's this?
Brittany Venti.
Bendy?
Oh,
Is that a porn
Brittany
star?
Venti is a different problem on Twitch, actually. She there's
opinion.
another thing that some of the girl, well, no, she's actually, let me rephrase that. She was a problem on Twitch until she got banned for
Oh,
fraud.
good. Okay, go on.
Oh, she got banned?
She's
Okay.
now on Hitbox, so y'all can go watch her over there. I'm
Oh,
sure
like
she's
Zillion
fine.
OP. Instagram hitbox.
But basically, she played up this whole character, and actually even faked cancer. That was part of the way she got banned.
Is that the RuneScape girl?
I don't know what she played. I heard about this afterward. There was a bunch of YouTube videos outing her because she claimed she never said it. She said she had cancer, and people had the video footage of her stream where she's talking about her cancer and begging for money. That's the other part. Is not all of those that play on men being horny. Some of them play on men's kind of, were almost raised to want to save a girl.
Or how
You
about
hit a girl, you help a girl cross the street, whatever. We are raised that there are plenty of, those are the ones I don't like. The ones that prey on what would essentially be good sensibilities.
yeah,
Kindness.
yeah,
And I've noticed that we as men, I think, are far more gullible to that. At least on something where like this.
I say it always boils down to how society is formed us, and unfortunately, sex sells, right?
Yep.
Sex sells, all right, and men like sex. I'm not gonna deny it, and I'm pretty sure none of you guys would. And unfortunately, there are girls on Twitch who are just taking advantage of that, and it's making them. Unfortunately, it is making them money because sex does sells. But if girl gamers really want to improve on this image, they need to go after them. All right.
So you can't just throw him into a rain rebel and say fucking fight. You can you? It's not going to work. The thing is there are girls that game on Twitch, like Hafu, for example, right? Like, she's just playing games. There's a difference between that and then there's the cam whores. The cam whores. Okay, if I tell you guys to go to the random Twitch, open a tab, go to channels on Twitch, and then go to random and scroll, you'll see people with like one viewer, like up to like 10 viewers. And then as soon as you see a girl's face, they have like 50. I shit you not.
Yeah.
I say minimum of
Like,
20. Minimum of 20.
Minimum of 20, yeah. But either way, it's this guy 2, 3, 4, 0, 3, 0. And as soon as I see a girl, I'll instantly see like, viewers, basically. That's just the way it works. Like you said, sex sells, and that's true. But I blame the guys, if anything, for just being that thirsty. Like when you and that Halo girl, you're just being thirsty. You know what I mean? So if anything, that's your.
I will
your
admit
problem.
there is some thirst involved with that. But when I saw her actually play, then I was like, oh, she's pretty good. Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
Grade, I would generally agree, except the reason I feel that even though we don't say boy gamers as well, that it's not balanced, is the fact that I have never seen a male on Twitch try to play up, I'm a male, I'm helpless. They've never tried, I don't see them try to use their gender as a tool to get money. Things that are given to them by being that gender. That's why I feel the term girl gamers for what we're talking about. I'm not saying every girl that's a gamer. I'm gonna just call girl gamers, and we're not gonna call boy guys boy gamers.
Boy gamers.
This specific group that use either sexuality or the nature versus nurture of society, the nature of men being taught to help women, that they use that to prey on people.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I fall for it.
You know what? You know what? I haven't seen any guys out there like unzipping their pants just enough to see the top line of their ball sack. They're not trying to show the male cleavage. Like, it's not.
I don't think girls like that, man. I don't think
It
girls
does.
like
If
that.
I could do that on Twitch, I would.
It's like a.
No, to be fair, I've seen like the gayest streamers with the most flamboyant attitudes. Like I'm talking about like that gay which makes you feel uncomfortable. Like even the gay men in the world feel really uncomfortable just being around them. You know, like the people that are that feminine and gay. I've seen those people, and they don't do necessarily well on Twitch. And they're like the really sexual, like even as men. They're
Really?
really flamboyant. Yeah.
I actually knew a couple that streamed on Twitch. Like they were a gay couple. They were pretty cool though. One was kind of flamboyant, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't know how to change it. You know, I don't know how to change it. I can't change who I am. I like a pretty face. I mean, I can't help it. All right, you know, I like a pretty face. You know, everybody likes a pretty face, or you know, so. I don't know how to change it.
I'm not gonna say the face. I like a good rack, and if I see a good rack, I just don't want to look at it.
I get to see my favorite games in a good rack. I'm sorry, man. You can't. I mean, that's a pretty good. I feel like I dug myself in a hole that I can't get out of now.
It's okay. On your own time while watching your stream. You go dig whatever you want on your own time. I don't want to hear any caution over the mic.
But I really don't have anything against girl gamers. I really don't. You know, I just do hate the ones.
This was a shit topic, Rebel.
I told you to fucking skip it. Wait a minute, hold on. I told you to fucking skip it, and you wanted to go ahead and talk about it. And I was like, all right, yeah, we'll talk about it. Now you what you do. All I'm saying,
could have edited your script at any time.
I mean, but
you could have during the podcast like deleted it.
But you know what?
Wiped out that topic.
But you know what? I think that's why people hate talking about it, because there really is no true answer to it. You know, it's like, yeah, I mean, how are you gonna fix it? You can't stop people from doing what they want to do.
You can't really fix it.
You can't really fucking fix it. You know, there is no.
There is make make Twitch more mature and like have this like Twitch.xx.
Oh, the top is gone. Next topic. Next topic is gone.
You should be able to filter topless with non-topless.
See what? Yes, I see what you did there, asshole. All right. You know what, guys? I forgot to tell you guys this is the beginning of the show. If you guys have any topics you want us to talk about, you know, towards the end of the show, you can. Since we're going into these last two topics, I guess we can make them short. All right. So, how do you like your chicken? And where do you find inspiration? Because I feel like I've been
typical black man topic.
What? No, only reason. The reason.
Did we already cover the chicken though?
I like my chicken fried.
Rebel already said he likes his fried.
I like my chicken fried.
I like fried chicken, but I like the breast more than the legs.
What do you like?
Which topic are we on?
What do you like? Oh my God. Oh, you know what, Turtle? You're right. I am so sorry, but that's why
I didn't let you skip yours, because you skipped mine.
Oh, you dick. Oh, we can go back to it. We still got time in the show if you want to.
I mean, technically, you can do whatever you want because you're the leader. Aren't you, Rebel?
You didn't skip all the things.
Okay, all right. You know what? For our last topic for today, all right. your most excited upcoming games. What are you games are you excited for? This also go for you in chat too, guys. What games are you excited for?
Yeah, this is more of an interactive topic.
Yeah.
I'm personally gonna say I was looking forward to EverQuest Next, but it was actually like recently announced that it's actually not going to be a thing. So that makes me sad. And I think Crowfall for now. I'm looking into Crowfall. If you know what Crowfall is, it's basically an MMORPG, which is more sandboxy in a way. It should be good. It's basically it's an upcoming MMO. It's gonna be good. You guys should look into it if you haven't. What about you, Rebel?
You know what? Believe it or not, I've been I'm getting a little bit excited about Battleborn.
Battleborn is
Yeah.
looking fantastic.
Yeah. I saw a video done by Total Biscuit. He did a what the fuck is Battleborn, and he said the key words that made me instantly interested in this game, and he said Monday Night Combat. Did anybody play that game, Monday Night Combat?
I absolutely loved Monday Night.
Yeah.
That was such a fun game.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good game, man. He said that game reminded him of Monday Night, and I was like, oh, that just like light bulb. I'm interested now. And I've actually, I think the beta, early access beta is going on right now. And it looks actually pretty good, just the way he described it. So I'm definitely excited about Battleborn. Yeah, Monday Night Combat was amazing, Gracell. You are definitely correct about that. And Super Monday Night Combat, which was like the pseudo sequel, so much sequel to it, which was really
I didn't like it as much.
But oh man, yeah. When Total said he liked that game, I was like on board for Battleborn. So I'm definitely excited for that. What about you, British? We know what you're excited for, but other than that, guy.
Because of the shit show with that one, it's actually Persona 5. I have loved everything Atlas has put out under the Shin Megami Tensei series, from the mainline series, the Persona series, Digital Devil Saga. They've always kept with amazing art styles, game mechanics, especially with their Persona series. And it's the only time I've ever played a game series where I can stand the kind of halfway life sim than this other mix of gameplay mechanic. It's always managed to make it really interesting, really rewarding, and the multiple endings always add replay value. So if they don't royally screw it up, Persona 5 looks like it would be my favorite game.
Dang. So like, when is this game supposed to come out?
Persona 5 I think is under to be announced still.
Really? I thought they had an announcement day for it.
Maybe they did. I've been getting them confused in my head because I've been looking up other ones too. Like what was it? The other one I was really hyped for was Fire Emblem as cross Shin Megami Tensei actually, Wii U. But
I did see a pretty. I think they had like a trailer. One of the trailers for that game was pretty legit. I didn't think I could get so hype about a game about Japanese high school students.
Yeah, we know Logic loves that shit.
But I hear nothing but good things about this game. I did try to play the last one though, Persona 4 Golden on the Vita. Could not get through it though. I really could not. I couldn't get not through it. But if most gamers say a game is good, I will believe them and say the game is good. But definitely, I'm pretty for sure this one's on a lot of people's top 10 most hyped game for 2016. Well,
I can definitely see why certain people.
No, go ahead.
And anything highly stylized means that they aren't going to like the style of a game too. And so I definitely get why there are a lot of people who don't really care as much about Persona, for example.
Yeah. Is there any other games coming out you guys are excited for?
Well, everybody's showing the beta for Doom on Twitter, and I'm really hyped for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That Doom multiplayer looks quite delicious. It looks a little bit slow though. Not up to the old school Doom speed, from what I remember.
Maybe that's a good thing. You don't know yet.
But
You don't know.
it looks pretty good. I can say Doom is definitely on one of my anticipated. Not as anticipated as Battleborn, but definitely up there. Is there any other thing?
Not
Chat?
really for me. I don't actually know of any games coming out. I'm actually just lost.
Yeah. What about you, British?
It's nothing.
You know, I've kind of gotten to a point that looking up new games and getting really into what's happening with them has just become this endless cycle of anger that I'm almost thinking I just need to stop caring again and wait until after games come out and hear my friends talk about them the way I used to. Because all this kind of pre-hype for games, as we talked about earlier, Dark Souls being an example, is just, you know, if I never got pre-hyped, if I never got into it, the game would just come out and I would enjoy it.
I think that has to do more with age. Because I mean, you around the same age, and I used to get really excited. Yeah, I used to get really excited about games.
31, right?
Huh?
I'm 31.
Okay, and Rebel is 30.
31. I'm 31 too.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
He's 10 years older than me.
It's okay, Turtle. You know what? We all gamers here, though, baby.
Have your balls dropped yet?
Have you got the diapers yet? No. Just
You guys lived half my life longer than I have.
Turtle, I'm gonna save you some trouble. That hair is supposed to grow there. Don't worry. Fine.
Got it.
Happens
Noted.
to everybody at your age.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm just not excited. I don't look into games like I used to. You know, I look more into like the news of games than I do the actual game stuff, like releases. You know,
I'm looking at this Battleborn and it looks okay. This looks like a clusterfuck though.
look, what really turned me on though about Battleborn, you know, because I gotta talk, was the way they did the items. I guess you can still win a game without having to optimize your character. You know, it's more about team play and kind of skill. Well, team play and skills. You know, because if you can play your character well, you can still be successful. Which I think kind of, you know, shortened the gap between new players and experienced players. You know. But anyway, well, is there anything else that you guys wish to talk about? Since we are in our anything goes section. Yeah.
Stable Gear wants to talk.
Say what?
Yeah. Apparently, Stable Gear wants to talk about butt touching.
You want to talk about butt touching? Okay. What ads you prefer to touch? A nice firm or a nice subtle, soft booty?
I like a more like jiggly one. I want it to push back. I want to feel like when it pushes back, it tells me I can leave it on its own. Like it can defend itself. That nice jiggle.
I can agree with that. That Jello booty. Yeah, I like that Jello booty. Yeah.
I'm amazed that you decided that this is the topic you want to leave on.
What?
Butt jigglies.
It's okay. You know what? You know what? When you get my age, you understand. I'm just playing, Turtle.
I don't even know what you said. Would you say something offensive? That's fucking rude.
Was that it?
I don't know, man. I'm playing League of Legends. I'm out.
It's a terrible,
I'm out already.
Terrible old man joke.
Phase,
Well, guys, if you guys don't have anything else to talk about or anything y'all want to bring up, and the same for you guys in chat, if y'all don't have anything for us, I will go ahead. I guess I will exit us out here. I want to thank you guys in chat and also my very special guest here today, Turtle Bond British. I know it's like what 3 in the morning now. It's probably like 4 in the morning now for you guys, right?
There's two of us.
Yeah,
Two.
yeah.
It's 4:15.
4 in the morning over there.
Yeah,
But I
it's
really
4:12.
want to thank you guys for being on the show today. Stay up late just to talk with some random black dude on the internet. Great.
It was a privilege.
But no, really though, I really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure the guys in chat today appreciate you guys coming on here and delivering us another fantastic show of the Half-Azz Gamer Livecast, because I always seem to say podcast Livecast. But that is it for us. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Thanks for watching. I'm probably not gonna be coming back for a normal stream tonight. But once again, I want to thank Turtle Mall British. If you guys haven't followed these guys on Twitch, you should follow them. Both great streamers. Turtle Mall is probably the best survival streamer I love to watch, and British is the best Dark Souls streamer I love to watch. Definitely enjoy watching those guys because they always have something interesting to say. I wouldn't watch them if they didn't. But and the thanks to you guys too for coming out and hanging out with us and participating. But as always, if you guys have anything you want to suggest how I could change this up, or I can make it better, or how I can make it even more interactive, please do let me know. I don't feel bad for talking shit on the show if you want to, or constructive criticism. I always look for, whether it's good, bad, or shitty. I'm always looking for constructive criticism. But follow my Twitter, Turtle. What's your Twitter handle?
Turtle TV.
At Turtle Mall TV. And you, British? What's your Twitter?
It's the British.
At British on Twitter. Follow those guys. Not only their channel, but follow them on Twitter too. Give them some love. And that's all. Thanks, guys. British Turtle. Everybody, bye.
Okay, boys.
Good night, everybody.
Don't stay up too late now, guys. All right. Don't stay.